Larry, you've said it before. Coach Shula was your coach, the coach of a lifetime. How will you remember him the most?
I think as a family member, not as a coach. I didn't realize that until this morning when I was called and told that he had passed. You know how much it would bother me. I had always thought of him as a coach. I never thought of him as a brother or as a stepfather or something in that capacity until the moment I lost him. And then I realized how close I really was to him.
Larry, if you can, is there a story, since you were so close and such a pivotal part of that historic run, is there a story that sort of encapsulates Coach Shula that shows who he was?
As a coach?
Yes.
After we lost Super Bowl VI to the hands of the Dallas Cowboys, we had been pretty much the scourge of the American Football Conference. The Miami Dolphins couldn't whip themselves. And suddenly we inherited a new coach named Don Shula, and he took us right to Super Bowl VI in 2 years. We went out and embarrassed ourselves in Super Bowl VI at the hands of the Cowboys. Cowboys kicked our butt. After the game, he closed the doors, threw all the media out, threw everyone out but the players and the coaches. And he said, I want every one of you to remember this feeling. He said, because we're going to use this feeling to grow on. And next year, we're going to attack this season one game at a time. And we're going to count on winning every game. We're going to dedicate ourselves to winning every game. We all thought, well, that's crazy. You can't win them all at the time. But what he was saying was that we weren't going to look forward to anything else. We weren't going to be interfered with at all. We were going to concentrate solely week to week on the game at hand and nothing else. And we did that the next year, and we went undefeated. Now, that's the only perfect season in the history of the NFL, the 100-year history of the NFL. And that perfect season is attributable to that moment after that loss at Super Bowl VI. That was Don Shula. That was pure Don Shula. That's what he was thinking. He was driven. He was motivated. And he said, we're going to win, but we're going to win within the rules. If we can't win within the rules, it doesn't count. Whether we win or not doesn't matter. We've got to do it within the rules, but we've got to attain perfection. We've got to attack it every week like it's the last game of the year.
Larry, you were, as you said, part of the only undefeated season in the 100-year history of the league. So, you know, what's it like to be so intertwined with Coach Shula, with history, with something that will be talked about maybe forever?
I suppose that's why I thought or assumed that he was going to live forever. Of what you just said. He was so strong, such a dominant figure, always ready. At his 90th birthday was the first time I had a surprise birthday party for him, and the people that planned it were immaculate in their planning. And they actually surprised Don Shula on his 90th birthday party with all of us there to toast him on his 90th. And it was the only time in the entire time I've known him that I ever saw him actually surprised. He had always anticipated, was always thinking plays, if not hours, and plays ahead. And to see that was remarkable. And to suddenly see him gone, I just assumed that he was naturally going to live to be 100. I just felt it in my bones that he was going to.